CLIPMANIA, worldwide video. You are TV. In today's show, Flying Dutchman. Jelle Van Dun brings everyday objects to life. Golden Oldie, an 80-year-old pensioner and his hit video blog. Mean Machine, how to make a hovercraft following instructions from the internet. CLIPMANIA. Here's your host, Max Hoffman.
The Rough Cats, our studio band. Welcome to CLIPMANIA, only the very best videos from the internet, clips not produced by professional filmmakers, but by you and people just like you. Now, local trams or buses are ideal places to put on a show. After all, public transport does mean that you're guaranteed a public.
Linkskurve! Geradeaus! Linkskurve, Hügel! Links, rechts, links! Geradeaus, beschleunigen, beschleunigen! Zielgerade!
Dear Diary, today is a very special day. I am presenting another wonderful edition of CLIPMANIA. That's the traditional way of keeping a diary. The modern way is lights, camera, action, and then you post it on the internet. It's called a video diary, and since it's on the internet, anybody can read it. The more you have to say, the more people will want to read it. Peter Oakley from Britain is one of the world's oldest video bloggers, so he has a long life to look back on and a lot to say.
80-year-old widower Peter Oakley used to sell motorbikes. Now he's retired, and he may have slowed down a bit, but he's not your average isolated pensioner. With a little help from a webcam, a mic, and headphones, he's reinvented himself as an internet star. His username, Geriatric1927.
Hello YouTubers, hello YouTubers, hello YouTubers. I live alone and I try to look after myself without any help. I live in a bungalow that was built 1956 I think, so it's now 50 years old, and I live rather like the conditions that existed in those times.
Over the last 2 years, Peter Oakley has posted over 100 videos on the internet, looking back at a rich and full life.
Oh, my wife blossomed as a mother. It was her whole life. Her children were her whole life, and she had fulfilled one of her dreams.
His children are grown up now and long gone. His wife Patricia died 10 years ago. These days, his life revolves around his video diary.
I am now so busy that I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't do a video blog every day, but probably about once a week. And through it, of course, I have made contact with people all over the world and made many, many true friends.
Peter Oakley spends several hours a day at the computer, answering emails from friends and fans. His video blog has become a full-time job. His fans celebrated his 80th birthday with a special tribute video.
Peter, thanks for giving us a year of your stories on YouTube. Happy 80th.
You gave me the courage to come onto YouTube and do my vlogs.
Happy birthday, dear Geriatric 1927. Happy birthday to you.
So, what's Peter's secret?
Apparently, they like my voice. They like my quiet, calm voice. I remind them of their own parents and grandparents. Early on in this attention that was given to me, one newspaper dubbed me as the internet granddad, and that is, I think, the role that I take there now.
Hello, Peter.
Peter's neighbor, Colin Walker, says the World Wide Web helped his friend rediscover his zest for life.
We're asking a search and send him a text message.
He's a lot brighter now than he was before. He tended to stay in a lot and so on, but since this YouTube thing and so on, it's altered a lot.
The YouTube thing also gets him out of the house.
Try to put us down.
Peter Oakley is a member of the band The Zimmers, who shot to fame in spring 2007 with their rendition of The Who's classic hit, My Generation. Thanks to his internet fame, Peter Oakley got to be a part of the fun.
It's one of the most exciting things I've done in all my life. We were at Abbey Road Studios for about 2 days, and they held up the London traffic while we walked backwards and forwards over that famous Beatles crossing. So absolutely wonderful.
Despite his many new commitments, Peter Oakley, alias Geriatric 1927, has no plans to retire from the net. He still has too many tales to tell.
Peter Oakley isn't here in the studio today, but he's with us anyway, sitting in front of his webcam at home in England. And we have our own little webcam here in the laptop, so we can see Mr. Oakley, and Mr. Oakley can see us. Hello, Mr. Oakley.
Hello to you.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Quite excited about all this.
Is this your first interview? Obviously not. Looks like you have a little studio in the background there.
Well, you could call it the studio. Yes, I've accumulated a lot of computer stuff around me over the years that I've been messing about with it.
And you have a lot of lighting tricks and everything. Maybe you could demonstrate something for us.
Lighting tricks? Well, yes, I suppose I could. Just let me see, what could I do? I could change myself to sepia if you like. How's that?
Oh, wow. What a trick. We prefer to have you in color if that's possible.
That's okay. Here we go then. I'm back in my full glory.
Which is full glory. Mr. Oakley, tell us, how important has the internet become to you?
Oh, it's transformed my whole life. I've had computers for a long time, but was very slow to get onto the internet. But once I did get onto the internet, the whole world opened up to me, and it really has transformed my life.
Is there anything you would not publish on the internet? Any topics you would not talk about?
Well, as you may know, I do video blogs on YouTube, and I do restrict that to just telling tales. I don't get involved in politics, religion, or sex.
You're quite famous now because of your internet activity, but also because of the band you played in, the Zimmers.
Yes, well, that was a wonderful thing that happened, and that has taken us literally, well, all over the world, really, and there's a lot more to come. The album is being produced, and, well, I think we have an invitation to go to China at the moment.
Wow! Are you going to do that?
I would love to, because through the internet I have made so many friends, and very early on I made friends with 1, 2, 3 people in China, and so have taken a great interest in the Far East, and yes, that will be a wonderful opportunity if it comes up.
All right, Mr. Oakley, thank you very much for logging on and spending some time with us. It'd be lovely to chat a little more. Unfortunately, we don't have any more time, but what we have time for is one last hello YouTuber for us, please.
Okay. Hello, YouTubers.
Mr. Oakley, Mr. Peter Oakley. Thank you very much. With videos, you can adjust time to suit your needs. If something happens too fast, you can slow it right down. And if it happens too slow, well, that's where time-lapse photography comes in. You don't see a lot of this kind of film on your normal TV program because you need time and patience to produce time-lapse videos, something that internet filmmakers seem to have in abundance. I've got one more. Children, please look away. It'll break your heart. Well, a happy ending. Now it's the weekend and the kids are bored. You don't want them to watch television all day, so you just tell them to go build a hovercraft. Yes, I do mean one of those amazing vehicles that hover above the ground on a cushion of air. And I know they used to be very big and complicated to build, but nowadays, well, just take a look. Everyone's got one. And in case you're wondering how they all got the same idea and how they all managed to build something as technically innovative as a hovercraft, well, here's the answer. You can download the instructions for making one from the internet. But we wanted to find out just how easy it is to follow the instructions. So we hired a team of reasonably technically minded students, gave them the instructions, a small budget, and a very tight deadline, and just stood back to see what would happen.
This is the Technical University in Ilmenau, where we've arranged to meet 4 physics students. They've already printed out instructions for building a hovercraft from the internet. Now it's time to put theory into practice. The first stop is the hardware store, where they have to buy everything they need. The sales clerk is keen to help them with their unusual project. He makes sure they get the strongest sheeting.
I think if we take 1.5 meters, then we'll have 2 1.5-meter squares. If it doesn't work the first time, we'll have enough for a second try. And we'll also need a leaf blower.
There are 2 models to choose from.
So there's the blower.
I'd say that's the one. If it's the best one, the most powerful one, we need full power. We'll shorten it here. The shorter it is, the faster it'll be. Less friction means more power, so we want a shorter pipe. And we'll be able to get down lower, which means we won't have to worry about falling off.
Next stop, the wood shop to get a 2-centimeter thick wooden plank. It can't be too heavy, or the leaf blower won't be able to raise it and the human cargo off the ground. The boys are now discussing the best way to mount the leaf blower, and the plank is being sanded into shape. But how are they going to attach the blower to the plank? Does it need to be glued, or will stapling be better?
If we staple it, we have to make sure that we're not under the plank. It could work. We could really saw it off here and stick it in.
A lot of sawing and rasping, and then...
Perfect! It's standing up on its own.
Last stop, the university building where it's time to put all the pre-assembled parts together. So far, they've spent €200 on their homemade hovercraft, so it's not exactly a bargain. They've also discovered that the instructions are not that clear. It's time to improvise.
This says 2 inches, that's 5 centimeters.
This is the moment of truth. This little plastic disc is being put on. It's necessary to create the tire shape of the hovercraft.
Everything depends now on how precisely they've followed the instructions, but the students are satisfied they've done all they can. The strange-looking machine is already attracting a lot of attention, but will it work?
And here's the strange-looking machine right here in the studio. And here they are, our reasonably technically talented students from Ilmenau. Come on up here. It's Martin, hello, Peter, hello. Sabine, and Christoph. Welcome. Are you proud of what you've done?
Oh, yes, of course.
So you're reasonably optimistic that it will work, I understand?
Oh, yes, we are pretty sure.
Who wants to try? You were the last, so you have to do it. Come on up. Give her a round of applause, please. What's your name?
Adisa.
Adisa?
Yes.
Okay, Adisa, are you insured? Everything okay? You're feeling fine?
I'm a little bit nervous.
You're a little bit nervous. I don't think you have to be, but you never know. So please take a seat. Maybe you can explain how she has to sit on our hovercraft.
Here and here, or maybe cross your legs, yes, and move a bit to the front.
Why does she have to do that? What's important about that?
Because the center of gravity should be in the middle of the wooden plate.
Okay.
Yes, that seems okay. This is the button for starting the hovercraft. Yes, let's try it. Push it.
Hang on.
Okay, a bit to the front. Yes, great. Okay. Give the microphone.
Maybe we could have the rough cats coming over. Send her back over. Houston, we do have a liftoff here. Give him a round of applause. It's working. Come on. It looks like Adisa is having a lot of fun. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. It worked. It worked perfectly. Adisa, how you feeling? A little bit dizzy, I understand. Thank you very much. Give her a round of applause. Adisa, thank you. Just one last question before we part. How does it work?
Well, the leaf blower blows air into the plastic sheeting. It's the black stuff here. Perhaps we can lift it up so I can show. And in the plastic sheeting, we've cut some small holes so the air can stream out of it and creates an air cushion, which allows the hovercraft to slide over the floor without almost any friction.
Oh, wonderful. It really did work well. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for constructing the hovercraft. Bye. And if you'd like to build your own hovercraft or just to see some of today's clips again, don't forget you can always drop by our homepage and get everything you need. Now, some of the little clips we've been showing you from time to time didn't take long to make and are basically just people having a lot of fun. But some filmmakers create unique universes with their films and spend a lot of time getting every detail right. Take Jelle Van Dun from the Netherlands, for example. Everything he does using stop motion tricks. It's not new, but he's taken it one step further.
An early morning call. Get dressed. A quick spot of breakfast. And then off to work. This is how the day starts in Jelle Van Dun's world. The technique is called stop motion, and the young Dutchman uses it to turn his daily life into animated film. To do it, he needs a digital camera and a lot of photos.
I'm doing stop motion films since I was 15, about 11 years ago. I started with clay figures, animated a little bit. I have to see something in it to which I can translate into something else, another feeling.
The 27-year-old likes putting himself in his films. His friend Ruud Bakker helps out. The camera has to capture each separate movement. A second of film is made up of 6 individual photos. Later they'll be put together on the computer to create the illusion of movement.
The best thing I like about it is that it's made without a budget and so simple with just a still camera. It's like you can do it at home or everywhere you want to do it, you can do.
And you can watch the film just about anywhere too. My Animated World is a real internet success. It's found enthusiastic fans and imitators worldwide. There are now numerous films done in a similar style. Many filmmakers are paying homage to the Dutchman, but Jelle has taken his art one step further.
Because of the success on YouTube, I started my own company to make these animation films also for other companies and Dutch television, also companies in abroad. So this one is for a German dating site. I didn't think it would happen to me that I could make money out of it, but I'm doing it now, and it's really great to do.
The films are usually set in Jelle Van Dun's hometown of Breda, near the Dutch border with Belgium. It takes a lot of patience to get all the shots just right. Jelle sometimes spends days working on just a few seconds of film. But the perfectionist can't control everything.
The weather can be pretty frustrating because when it starts to rain and the pavement gets wet, I can't shoot anymore. Also, when the sun goes away, or like for instance here I think it's really cool to see that the sun moves. But sometimes if you have it in one frame, and then in the other frame completely different, then it starts to flicker, and that's not good.
The media designer's job doesn't leave him much free time these days, but he uses every free minute for his own private projects. In his latest film, a piece of tape, or is it a caterpillar, sets off in search of true love. It's a long and hazardous journey, but eventually, there is a happy ending.
And we've got one more for the road. If you've been watching the show on a regular basis, you've already met Rémi Gaillard, and you'll know that one of his main attributes is sheer boldness. His public pranks are all captured with a hidden camera, and the results are truly hilarious. This is his take on the decathlon. What will he do next? That's all we got time for now. Bye-bye. See you next time at CLIPMANIA, the Rough Cats.
Next time on CLIPMANIA, video maker Lasse Gjørtsen doesn't really play an instrument, but his music videos are still a huge internet hit. CLIPMANIA, worldwide video, UR TV.